Hi, I'm Jordan Thorne, and we're here at TMRE 2019. Today I'm joined by Christie Kawada. She's the Senior Vice President of Content Innovation Analytics at Viacom. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, hi Jordan, thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get started. Can you talk a bit about your journey from where you first started in your career to where you are now?
Sure. I originally thought I was going to be a professor of psychology.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
different.
so different, but it studies sort of like how people think, why they do what they do, how they sort of interact and react to their environments. But I love that because that is all consumer behavior.
Yeah.
And one thing that I didn't appreciate back then that I do now, I actually got part of my doctorate in quantitative data.
Okay.
Science.
Wow.
And so it really went hand in hand when I joined sort of the business world in market research. And so it's studying consumer behavior through the psychology of like how they think,
Wow.
why they purchase things, why they watch things, what gravitates them to watch one genre versus the other. And we work with data, so data science is really hot right now. And so I started my career after I taught for a little bit. I started in theatrical market research.
Okay. What's that?
Basically testing trailers.
Oh, wow.
for
That's really
the
cool.
movie studios.
Okay.
So I worked on the vendor side. I think I did that for about 5 years in terms of just starting my career at a company called MarketCast, going to OTX, which was one of the first companies who did online research, and then moving over to Nielsen, where I really built my career in television and found that passion in an industry because I love TV. And then I wound up, and I was also at MRI, which also has a very large syndicated data source running their product innovation and development team. And then I finally moved over to Viacom.
Amazing. That sounds like an exciting job.
Yeah, and I love working at Viacom just because it covers so many different media brands, from our linear networks to digital, and I get to play with a lot of data.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Christy, can you tell me what has been the biggest challenge for you within your role over the last year?
I would say innovation. I think everyone embraces innovation, no one's against it, but at any company, it's hard to create a little bit of change, create new ways of doing things, bringing in data strategies and analytics that aren't of the same sort of process and norm that you do for, let's say, a regular program test. And instead bringing in larger sets of data, even though they're still survey data, and being able to track sort of consumers month by month, being able to track our brands month to month. I think that sort of the innovation of data plus being able to have data month to month versus maybe like annual is a very big change too. So one of the challenges I think is getting all of my stakeholders to embrace just more data.
Yeah. So what's so compelling about data visualization that makes it an effective communication for stakeholders?
I think everyone at the heart of it is scared of data, and they're scared of data science even more. So I feel data visualization is a beautiful way to take massive amounts of data and not just box it into a tiny package, but put the ribbon on top too. So, some researchers still rely heavily, let's say, on data tables in Excel, but that's just massive amounts of data. Right? Or PowerPoint reports, but there's a lot of manual work that goes into it. So what I love about data visualization, it offers scalability for data, automation of data to get it very quickly and in really beautiful ways.
Yeah, great answer. So for you, what's the most exciting thing about where you think TV and the media industry are heading?
Oh, that's an excellent question because I wonder that too every day.
Yeah.
Well, Viacom, for instance, we just acquired Pluto TV. And so, we're really known for our big linear networks, right? We have BET, we have Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, we have TV Land, Comedy Central, Paramount Network. I know I'm forgetting some VH1.
The good ones.
But really strong brands.
Yeah.
But then we're also competing with not only cable TV that also have and premium that have a ton of good shows, strong brands as well. But now there's Netflix, there's Amazon, there's Hulu, all coming out with really great content. I think what's nice about Viacom is that we offer a particular part of the audience something that they want. So we're not general entertainment networks, right, that sort of offer everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like our portfolio of brands really offer something to everyone in the sort of audience today. I think it's hard to compete with the SVODs right now because they cover every genre.
Yeah.
But, we also know that, the subscription prices don't cover everything they're spending on content. So they're in their heyday right now. I can't speak to where they're going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. A lot of things are going digital. Like, I feel like I watch most of my TV on my iPad.
Yeah, me too.
So I still have a cable subscription, but it's so convenient.
Yeah.
So I guess I really don't know where it's going, but I know there are challenges for both sides.
Yeah.
And so I think as long as the TV viewer still has an appetite for content, there's still going to be an appetite for like cable networks that provide something very different and unique to the audience.
Do you think Viacom will ever maybe transition over towards a more digital?
I wouldn't say entirely, but I think with the acquisition of, say, Pluto TV, we have all of our content via our websites and our apps. I think we're in a good place.
Yeah, that's a great
play in that space.
Yeah, I'd agree. So, has the rapid pace of changing technology disrupted the way that you traditionally would conduct and deliver market research? And if so, were you able to overcome that and sort of make that an advantage?
In terms of testing, the only thing that we've really had to accommodate through how we conduct our surveys is that some of them are conducted on mobile phones right now. So people don't want to sit through like a list of like 40 different statements or 60s, on their phone. So I say, the trend is turning to shorter surveys.
Okay.
To get to the point of what you want, still get the context and the insights that you want.
Okay.
But that, for me, is one of the biggest challenges because we study very macro level trends of the audience, so it's quite hard to fit everything into a small survey. So I think that's a little bit of what we're dealing with.
Interesting. And in your company, how do you personally foster creative and innovative thinking within your teams?
I keep on telling them, because I run an innovation team, that no idea is a bad one, and just come to the table with anything that you think could generate a new study. Or, one of the things I do encourage with the team is to watch as much television as possible.
It's a good assignment.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in our industry, I don't want to sound trite, but content really is everything.
Yeah.
And so in order to be leaders in the space, to understand what viewers want and to be on top of that in terms of content strategy, we, as the leaders in television, need to know what's out there.
Yeah.
So don't just watch Viacom shows, don't just watch your favorite shows, but if you've never watched an infotainment show, go to Discovery, go to TLC, go to, you name it, HGTV, Food Network, to watch something that's out of your space. And so I think that's, at least in my industry and department, what I encourage most, to encourage creativity, because they will see that just because a show is within a single genre doesn't mean it caters to the same audience. It delivers on the same thing. Every show delivers on something different. And I think with that sparks the creativity to try to ask different questions about shows.
I love that. And just to finish off, why is it important to have great thinkers come together and share ideas like you do here?
Because I think everyone has something to say. When I formed my team at Viacom, I was very specific in choosing people each that had a very different offering.
Okay.
And I know that sounds like, well, it's not like you're buying people with different offerings.
Yeah.
But everyone has a different skill set. So even though, for instance, I'm looking for an insight researcher, some can be better at designing out deliverables.
Okay.
Some can be better at looking at data and just being able to identify that needle in the haystack finding. others are able to step beyond the findings and look at what are those macro level trends that all of these things are saying. Even with my data science team, I did the same thing, that you don't just get one type of data scientist, but you get some that are really good at just playing with data and mining data, some that are good at modeling data. So I feel like when it comes to innovation, it's just bringing different people to the table to each have a voice in everything.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Well, Christie, thank you so much for speaking with me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic.